Hey tea heads, this is Don from Mayleaf. In this video,
tasting 6 Tie Guan Yins.
You were meant to say it as
Special.
In this video, we're going to be doing a comparative tasting of 6 different Tie Guan Yins that have just arrived back in our suitcases from China. This video is going to go under the sample tea tastings and the drinking with friends playlists. If at any point in time you enjoy this video, then please give the video the thumbs up. The more thumbs in the air, the more tea videos are going to come your way. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel yet, then go click that button. Welcome Lucy.
Hey.
And Celine is here. And we are going to be doing a tasting of 6 different Tie Guan Yins. Now I've done a video about Tie Guan Yins. I will put a link in the description below and a card will pop up and that will give you a lot of information, lots of information, and some of the terminology that we'll be using in this video will make a lot more sense to you if you've seen that video. So maybe you want to go and watch that video first before this one. Lucy has not seen that video because it's not even been edited as of yet. So she's kind of in the dark a little bit, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of explanation about the different types of Tie Guan Yin that we have here, but really this is about a comparative tasting and what our experience is of these Tie Guan Yins. Excited?
I'm so excited.
Yay!
We've done a lot of Tie Guan Yin tasting, so we've spent a lot of time on the mountains, but this is the first time for you with these Tie Guan Yins. So, let's see, just brief rundown. Tie Guan Yin comes from Fujian province. It's a very famous oolong tea. It's generally produced in 2 different styles. One of the styles is a modern style, and then there's a traditional style. We've got both here to taste today. Also, another factor that affects flavor is the cultivar, as always, what plant is being used. That's very, very important. And also where it's being grown. So Fujian province is very large, and Shi County, where most good Tie Guan Yin comes from, is very, very big. There's lots of mountainous areas, all with their own particular styles and their own particular nuances in terms of what they like, right? So the cultivar, the area, and finally the other factor which has a big effect is, without getting too techie, is how long they wait from withering to firing. In other words, how long the process takes from once it's been picked to when they fire the tea, when they heat the tea up. Right. The longer it takes, it means that there's water left longer in the leaf, right? And that means that the flavor will tend to move towards a slightly more sour, slightly more vegetal, slightly more fresh state. And if they leave it for a shorter period of time, it's more likely to be floral or buttery. So there's different levels there as well, and we'll talk about that. Okay, should we start with the first one?
Yeah.
So, impressions?
Floral, grassy, like fresh cut grass. Milky as well, kind of has a slight warm milk smell to it, would you say?
Lucy?
I need to smell it again. It's like that if you break a leaf in half, or like a stem, you know that, or you cut, if you walk into a florist or something like that, it's that kind of
florist.
That fresh broken leaf or cut stem.
So for me, it's got that florist, flowery smell. So I think it's kind of quite floral in aroma.
Yeah.
I would say it's got the very classic honeysuckle is in there.
Yeah, definitely flowery.
But it is quite, I know what you mean, it is quite green as well. So this is a modern style Tie Guan Yin. This is what we call Superior Iron Goddess. And this is the classic Qing bright aroma Tie Guan Yin. So let's give this a taste.
Cheers!
Yeah.
Very floral, very honeysuckle in taste.
Yeah, honeysuckle is something that comes to mind. Honeysuckle, lilacs,
Yes.
gardenia, those very kind of, very perfumed flowers.
Super floral.
Kind of what you usually expect from a modern Tie Guan Yin.
Yeah. So this is like the archetypal modern Qing Tie Guan Yin. Very floral. It's got the creamy note. It's got the green.
Yeah.
So it gives you the satisfaction. But it is, the predominance is flowers and cut grass.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, let's brew the next one. Let's smell that leaf.
Oh. Oh, it's creamier, less floral.
Way creamier.
Way creamier.
Yeah.
Taste.
It's very
Have another
smooth.
taste.
Very
Super soft.
smooth,
Yeah.
very-
Very soft.
Yeah. Which accentuates that creaminess.
Really soft. Yeah, exactly. It really brings out the yolkiness because it's very very soft.
Yeah.
I mean, it does eventually bring some dryness. Eventually, you do get that dry sensation a little bit, but the general mouth sensation is very, very soft. And smell it. It really smells like egg yolks.
Yeah, the smell is quite intense.
It's an egg yolk. It is.
I think
That's so weird.
it smells more custardy like, on the leaves, and then the taste is more milky and
But if you
creamy.
brewed it a bit stronger, I think you would bring out more of the egg yolk.
Yeah.
But we're going to do second infusions of these. Let's just run through them.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Superior Iron Goddess, which is a Guan Yin Qingxiang modern style. This is superior. This is and also a Guan Yin cultivar, so it could be called Iron Goddess, but this is called Golden Yolk, and it's produced in the Xiao style. So this is Zhengwei, this is Xiao. These are from different villages as well. So there's also that difference falls into. Comes into play too. Okay, let's have a sniff of those leaves. So the difference between this tea and this tea, so these
so
two
nice.
teas are the same cultivar, same village, same producer. The difference is that that's a Xiao and that's a Qing, so that's the next level in terms of how long they've left it.
So they've left this a little bit longer.
They've left that one a bit longer
before
firing.
So there was more water in it.
So the water was in there for longer.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, let's brew it. So the color of this, again, light, luminescent,
Oh my god.
very, very bright. That's what you want to look for in Tie Guan Yin. You really want Tie Guan Yin to have this kind of jewel-like quality in terms of its liquor. Very, very, almost fluorescent, like kind of neon fluorescence.
Neon
It feels like it smells sunny. you
Yes.
know? It's really bright and sunny, like sunshine.
Yeah.
That's cool. Bright and sunny. It's true. Feels like a daytime.
That's it. You taste.
Thank you.
All right, let's see if the taste...
It's summer in a meadow.
Oh, it's so refreshing. That's super fresh.
That's so nice.
That's like so when you taste them next to each other, you really get a difference. So that's yoki, and that's honeysuckle, and that's just spring.
Yeah.
It's very fresh, isn't it? It's got more of this kind of refreshing kind of finish. It's got a little bit more of a juicy finish. It's a little bit more green, I would say. But you're still getting the flowers, you're still getting the cream. So the flavor profiles between them are generally, similar, but there's a clear difference in, this and it's amazing because what we're talking about here is the difference of maybe 3 hours, in
That's
terms
crazy.
of the time difference. And that goes really to demonstrate how, these small little nuances affect flavor so much. And so the wonderful world of tea means that different farmers are going to be producing different things. And now what I'm getting, I don't know if you're getting, is that slightly sour, like pulling feeling on the tongue. And this is
actually.
sometimes referred to as the Guan Yin Yun, which is so you have, with Wu Yi teas, you've got the Yen Yun, the rock rhyme. Yun means rhyme. So you've got this kind of rock rhyme in the Wu Yis. And in the Guan Yin Yun, what they're looking for, the sensation or the feeling, is a kind of pulling sour sensation. Not the taste of sour, but the pulling sensation of sour.
Ah, that makes sense.
This tea to me, it just takes me back to, it's so atmospheric. It just takes me back to me being a kid and like visiting my cousins in the country. It's
Oh,
like
nice.
countryside, like English countryside, meadowy, sunny.
Yeah.
It's like that's what I feel like when I
Yeah.
drink it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree. Which is why we call it Sip Spring, because
So
it
good.
feels very, very bright. It's very, very kind
Yeah.
of meadows and
So
grass and all the rest of it. So
So good.
there you go. Next, what you getting, Lucy?
It still has that kind of that broken leaf, like cut. Yeah, like if you to get like a nice stiff leaf from a plant and then just snap it in half.
Yeah. So it's got a real, green plant
Yeah.
smell to it.
Yeah.
So if this was more floral, very kind of sweet flowers, then you've got more of a kind of yolk, a little bit more custardy, a little bit more. This is more meadow flowers and a bit greener.
Yeah.
And this, would you say, what would you say is this one?
It's a little bit. I don't want to use the word citrus, but I feel like there's some like lemon zest in it as well. Do you know what I mean?
That's so true.
Give it a taste, Lucy. Tell us what you think.
It's so different. It's like funky. It's sour. It's jungly. It's like a jungle tea.
Wow. Yeah.
It's just like I just see jungle when I taste this tea. It's not that meadowy. It's not that country.
Yeah.
This is jungle.
This is jungle tea.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
It's much more raw tasting, isn't it? It's more green, it's more raw tasting. I like your analogy of the snapping a fresh, stiff leaf.
Yeah.
That kind of smell.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of apple as well into it.
Yeah.
A bit of apple.
But in the nose, when you've swallowed the tea and then you breathe out through your nose, you're gonna. I find that too. I get this kind of sour apple.
Yeah, sour apple.
Sour apple sweets.
Yeah.
Those kind of notes to them. So this one we call sour sap. Okay, so and for obvious reasons, because it's very sappy and it has this kind of sour note to it. The color is visually very, very different. You can see, wow, that's hot.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you. So you can see the difference in color from the Guan Yin cultivar to the Huang Guan Yin hybrid.
Okay.
All right.
I really like that one. It's so like funky. It's the only word, and I don't even like that word. It's just the only way I can describe it. It's just different.
It's got some
very
funk.
It's got
funky.
has character to it.
You wouldn't think Tie Guan Yin actually is essentially.
Well, again, technically, you shouldn't really call it a Tie Guan Yin
Yeah.
because it's not made purely from the Guan Yin cultivar. Although, you know,
That's crazy.
I like
that
this
tea.
one a lot too.
It's
These
quite,
two are my favourites so far.
interesting because Zheng Wei and Xiao Zheng are, because they're floral and creamy, they're kind of considered the most prized, right? Whereas when you start to move down the sour spectrum, it's more of a taste thing. Some people are fanatical about, and you can get much more sour than this. You can get like all the way to Suan, which is like totally like sour, where they've left it for like 2 days before it's. So.
Sour's like my favourite flavour profile. You know, like sweet, spicy. Like I love sour.
Yeah.
Like I love that. It's just fresh to me. It's so refreshing.
That is very refreshing. I feel a bit more awake all of a sudden with that.
All right,
tea.
have a smell of that. Now we've changed
This is
tactics.
different. It's so weird. Like I can't believe that it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one.
And I'm going to change it a little bit. I'm still.
And these are all Tie Guan Yins.
That's
So when
so-
you go out and you look in the shop and they're like, do you have Tie Guan Yin? It's like, that's almost
What are
like
you
saying,
doing?
do you have green tea?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, which type do you want? So,
This is like feels a little bit more like savourier and saltier.
yeah.
Oh my
That's
god, you're so right.
So it's got more depth. It's a bit savoury, it's a bit salty. I also pick up slight vanilla notes in it. So it's got those
smells-
deeper notes. It's less tall aroma, right?
Yeah.
It's more deep. It's more. It's less of that kind of high aromatic. It's a bit more kind of woodsy, a bit more bassy, a bit more grounded. Exactly.
Yeah.
And so this one is Chuan Tong.
Yeah,
Chuan
nice.
Tong. This is the traditional style Tie Guan Yin. So that's traditional. All of these are modern style. That's traditional style. So in the modern style, what's prized is this very bright, right? Brightness. And in the traditional style, it's much more about, the older. I mean, the metaphors you could say, older person and traditional and what they like. A lot of people are under the misconception that traditional style means it's heavy roasted. That's not true. Traditional style is often heavy roasted or roasted, but you can have modern style roasted and you can have modern style unroasted and you can have traditional style roasted and you can have traditional style unroasted. And this is a traditional style unroasted. So this is Chuan Tong and this comes from Xiping village. And Xiping village is renowned for really appreciating Chuan Tong style. They were they are the birthplace of Tie Guan Yin. So they have more of a traditional kind of approach to Tie Guan Yin than some of the other village areas in Anxi County.
Oh, I really like this.
What do you taste? Excited about that.
What are we getting?
Oh my god.
It is deeper, isn't it?
So much deeper. It still has that freshness to it, but it's got depth to it. It's got like more character, in my opinion, to it.
It's got like a silk veil.
I mean, that has character, but it's just a different. It's just.
It's really abstract, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just deep.
When I drink this, I think the thing that I notice most is body. The body feels the depth of the texture and the depth of the sensation on my mouth. It feels like it's got a little bit something extra in terms of body. You compromise the high notes a little bit, you do, but there's something really enjoyable about that.
A pleasant tension to this tea. Like and I don't mean tension in a bad way. I just mean there's some more feelings underneath there. Do you know what I mean? It's tension.
I actually know exactly what you mean, really weirdly.
It's like tension.
You feel there's more of a kind of a little bit of a battle going on between dark and light. Wow, we're getting all Star Warsy.
Oh, I like it.
But there's a little bit more of that.
It's rippling. There's something rippling underneath the surface,
And the finish. Notice the finish. This is longer lasting in finish. This one, that appley taste that I got from this one, that apple candy taste, really comes through really for a long time in this one. It's got a little bit more of the fruit in it.
What did we call that one?
What did we call that one? That one's called Maiden Dream.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because we kind of imagine Tie Guan Yin remembering her past as a maiden. Yeah. So it's Maiden Dream. So we've got Superior Iron Goddess, Golden Yolk, Sip Spring, Sour Sap, Maiden Dream.
What is your standout of this group?
You're asking me to choose a favourite?
Yeah, between your babies.
My favourite is very difficult, actually. I think that this is the one that really, the Sour Sap is the one that surprised me the most.
Yeah.
And that's why it was the first one we bought, because I was like, okay, I've never tasted anything like that before, got to buy it. These two here, super high quality, really, really impeccable, hand shaken, and you can taste the quality in it. This one here, for me, is the most archetypal Tie Guan Yin. So if somebody said to me, what is a Tie Guan Yin? What does it taste like? I would say, go for that one, because that's your base. That's like, you know what I mean? That's that's how you assess the others.
Yeah, you want to know Tie Guan Yin?
Yeah.
This is
but if you ask me which one I would probably be going back to more and more, it would be the traditional. Because the traditional just has, I'm a sucker for finish and body. That's my thing. Anybody who knows, when I do tastings, one of the key criteria for me, one of the key things is, does it give me this satisfactory body and finish? Does it last a long time? And do I have a texture in my mouth? And I think that one gives me the most. So we have fresh supplies of water, and we are now going to try the last one here. And this is a Huang dun, which has been lightly roasted for about 9 hours over longan wood, charcoal. Very specific. Okay, obviously you can see the color. That's all right, I got it. The color of the leaf is going to be darker, but it's not a super dark roast. And when we tasted the Maocha of this, if you don't know what Maocha is, I've done a video. I'll put a link in the description below. So when we tasted the Maocha of this, we felt that it was just lacking length. It was a really nice floral flavor, but it lacked kind of length. It was too short. So the roast really brings that out. Oh, okay. Let it walk past your nose. Let it walk past your nose. Ooh.
Oh, caramel. Oh, fruits.
Fruits, yeah.
Something
I get
fruity.
the fruits.
What's the
Fruity,
fruit?
fruity. Oh, but kind of alcohol as well. Can you like taste an alcohol in there?
Yes.
I don't know which one.
Kahlua?
Oh, I don't know what Kahlua tastes
That
like.
coffee liquor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Kahlua.
That sounds nice.
It's got a bit of Kahlua, it's got a bit of that kind of creaminess that comes from like a Bailey's kind of thing. But it's also got that roast, it's also got some fruit. And I would say the fruit is very baked fruits. Like
Baked
kind
fruits.
of baked apples, dark baked apples, that kind of taste. All right, let's, that kind of aroma.
Oh, that smells good.
Okay, Luce, taste, see what you think.
Ooh. Fruity, fruity.
It tastes like those bars, like in health food shops. You can get these like compressed fruit bars.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
tastes like those.
Those very kind of floppy, thin
floppy, thin
fruit bars, yeah.
Yeah.
fruit bars.
Yeah, it has that kind of baked, cooked, compressed fruit kind of
Yeah.
notes to it. The fruit, I would say, is kind of a little bit appley, but like oxidized apples.
I get raisins.
Yeah, burnt sultanas, like when you take sultanas and you stuff them in an apple and you bake it. It's the sultanas are a little bit
That sounds so
overbaked.
good.
They're a little
Yes,
bit
yes,
slightly
yes,
burnt. It's got
yes.
that little bitter note
Yeah.
to it.
It's true.
Great finish on it. Great
I like
finish.
this one.
Really satisfying,
Wow.
isn't it? This is a satisfying one. So we don't have a name for this tea yet. This is how fresh it is. We don't have a name for it. Unless we can think of one now that's going to be... Well, anyway.
It's like a
Have another
midnight
taste.
drink. It's like there's chocolates with alcohol in it. You know, that kind of satisfaction to it.
It's almost desserty too.
Yes.
Like if you'd had long walk, now like by a fireplace, drinking this tea, and maybe had some cheese, maybe had dinner.
It's got this, yeah.
Yeah.
It's more. It's got the roast, and it's got these baked apples, and baked cookies. There's a lot of baked going on, isn't it? It's like baked
Super
goods.
baked.
You know?
Baked goods.
Baked goods.
Please call it baked goods.
Baked goods.
Baked goods.
Baked goods. It's so cool. Baked goods.
Baked goods.
Which
Try
one?
out baked goods.
That'd be
Baked
like
goods.
cookies,
Baked goods.
what?
Baked goods.
Baked goods.
Baked goods.
Okay. Well,
Baked goods.
apparently we're calling it baked goods. Really?
Yeah,
Baked
because
goods.
it has this flavor of like something that's just been baked, and you don't know if it's a cookie or if it's like a
Fruit.
chocolate cake with raisins in it, and it's or like an apple pie. Just don't know.
It's just baked.
goods.
It's just
Baked
baked goods. It's just baked goods.
I love it.
Yes,
I
and
love
Okay,
it.
I like it. I like it
Yeah.
too. I like the simplicity of it.
Baked goods.
All right, baked goods.
Yes, guys.
So there you go, baked goods. So we've got baked goods. So we've got Superior Iron Goddess. We've got Golden Yolk. We've got Xiping. We've got Sour Sap. We've got Maiden Dream, and we've got baked goods.
Baked
Baked
goods.
goods.
6 Tie Guan Yins. 6
Yes.
Tie Guan Yin style oolongs, 4 of which are actual Guan Yin cultivars. This one is the Huang Guan Yin, and this is the Huang Dan. But it goes to show, Tie Guan Yin is another rabbit hole.
It's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing that you can explore. These are extremely limited edition. We literally had to bring some back in our suitcase. Very small batch. So if you're watching and these have sold out, I do apologize, but we'll try and get other ones in. We'll always be searching for different ones, and come autumn time we'll be going back to the fields of Anxi, or at least we'll be getting as many samples sent to us as possible, because autumn Tie Guan Yin is also really good and is different again.
Oh my god.
Whole world for you to discover. What did you
Next
expect,
taste.
tea heads? You know the way it rolls. You know how it is. It's a rabbit hole. There is no end. You will always fall deeper. And you're now in love with soursop, aren't you?
Soursop.
I have to say that this one is the most limited edition. We've only got 2 kilos of this tea.
Oh, I'm getting one. I'm getting one. This to me is like tea of the year, because I'm not into oolong. I'm all about that pu'er life. And this is just kind of blown my mind a little bit. It's so different. It's so weird, and it's so delicious.
Okay, you've just sold it all by saying that. So you've just shot yourself in the foot.
Again, I always do this.
Anyway, if you have an opportunity, get a few different types of Tie Guan Yin, and know which ones they are, know if they're Zheng Wei, Xiao Zheng, etc., etc. Get to know the different flavor profiles, and then you will become a Tie Guan Yin connoisseur. That's it, tea heads. If you made it to the end of this video, then please give it the thumbs up. Check out our YouTube playlist and let us know if there are any videos that you would like us to make. If you're ever in London, then come visit these two, say hi and taste our wares. If you have any questions or comments, then please fire them over. Other than that, this is Lucy, this is Celine, and I'm Don from Mayleaf. Thank you for being a part of the revelation of true tea. Stay away from those tea bags. Keep drinking the good stuff and spread the word, because nobody deserves bad tea.
Bye.